Evening peeps, evening. Welcome back to another night of Ringcaf action. So it's 3 lap races live from Nurburgring Nordschliefe in GT3 or GR3 class cars. So plenty of power, plenty of aero. Not necessarily helps them get around this course. It can cause them all sorts of issues, but we'll see how they go on tonight. So we should see about 4 races tonight. They are 3 laps. They take about 25 minutes each for the races. But yeah, we'll stick about 4 races in tonight. So that's the format. Stickers still available, people. If you want any of those, hit me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com. If you don't want any of those, don't bother hitting me up. You can hit me up if you don't want any stickers. If you want, entirely up to you. Right, so let's get into this one. Evening, how are we all doing? So another night of Ringcaf. How many have we got in tonight? Oh, there's another one just joining. Yeah, that's 12 on track tonight then so far. Everything running. Dukes, evening. How you doing? Evening, all drivers from him as well. Ooh, there you go. So let's have a look. Who've we got? We've got Joe Spenson. We've got Bachi, we've got Gouda Curl, Hans Lander, Bondo, Ace Killer, Mattes, Old Fiction, Singularis, Herms, 61. Think you're a new driver this week. Witty we've seen, and Piwo we've seen as well. So first race format will be no qualifying. It is grid positions from the driver ratings. So you see the scores next to their name, if you like, the Gouda Curl at the top. He's got an AS rating, so he starts at the front. He's got an A plus S, and then Hans Lander below has got an AS, also Bondo AS, then we drop to BS, then BA, blah blah blah, and it works down like that. So that's going to be grid order. You can see me all the way at the bottom there with the DC because I've not raced hardly anything on this thing. I've raced enough to get through to this. So bothered. Yeah, so that's going to be grid order for race 1, and then from that race forward, it's going to be reverse grid. Yeah, that's fine for me, Mattis. Yeah. Let me just chuck that in the chat for him. Yeah, you go, my friend, you go. And then, yeah, it's going to be reverse grid from race positions. So wherever they finish first race, it'll be a reverse grid from there. So there we go. Again, no qualifying. So just coming up in the chat that we're going to start race 1 at 5 minutes past. So a couple of minutes yet to go. Get the intros in, done, finished. Waiting on you guys now. 1 minute to go. So Dukes, I think not overly keen on the fuel filling up in ratio. Was it 2 litres a second or something? Is that going to take? Everyone's got to do it. Everyone's got to do it. Does it? You know, surely it affects everyone the same way, does it? Unless you're doing the fuel save, 3 lap, no stop, blow your tyres out, hope for the best. Can work out. There are different strategies going to be used tonight. You'll see people stopping at the end of lap 1. You'll see people stopping at the end of lap 2, and you'll see people trying to stick it out for the entire race on 1 set of tyres, not stopping, fuel saving all the way. So they'll be running slow for the first excuse me, running slow for the first lap, you know, just slower, backing off the pace in some of the corners and not getting up to full speed down some of the full straights. But they gained all that time back up by not having to stop in the pits. So, you know, it's a toss-up. You've got to be quick enough round without blowing enough fuel to save all that time in the pits. Refueling is 2 litres per second, is very slow. No stop might win. Hard to stop may take it. Well, yeah, this is it. But here we go. We're going to get straight into race 1 then. I'll wait for it to actually change over before I jump in. Otherwise, it'll probably kick me out and I'll have to reset it all. Boom. Nearly. Hard to no stop may take it. Yeah. Okay, let's get it all on. So yeah, false starts off the line, so you don't want to be getting that wrong. Let's see if Joe Spencer can hold it into turn 1. Batchy, if he gets a good start. We'll see though, lights go on. Not held too long. Oh, a couple of little wheel spins in the background, but Joe Spencer does get away through turn 1 cleanly. Ooh, gets a little bit of a wobble on the way out in the BMW. Batchy then follows him through cleanly as well. Hans Lander. What's hidden this week? NSX. Good curl in the Porsche in 4th. BMW of Ace Killer in 5th. Or no Porsche drifting it through there. It's Apple Computers, old school livery on that thing. It is. Mattes in 7th then. Still rocking the Hulkamania livery this week. Singularis in 8th. A lot of Porsches. Seems to be the popular car. I've got 2 WrestleMania liveries going on tonight. Old Fiction rocking that one as well in the Porsche. GR Piwo in 10th in the Renault. Got Herm in a Porsche. Drifting it through there. And Whitty, in half a Porsche. In a broken Porsche. Hopefully damage. Not sure whether damage is on light or heavy. We'll see. Batchy though has managed to get his way past. What has happened to Joe Spencer? He has had an absolutely terrible time down in 8th. He's gone far too quick round that top corner. Carried the speed onto the grass, I can imagine. Probably carrying a big chunk of damage at the minute. That puts Batchy in the lead then. Hans Lander second now. Good curl third. Oh, I've not turned the sound on. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Boom. Good curl for the win. Well, we'll see. He's Killer up to 4th then with the departure of who was it? Joe Spencer. Let's see, is he still carrying that damage? Oh, is he? He's up to 8th. No damage now. Some scuffs. Damage might repair, but it will still show on the car, I think. Maybe he just spun it round, didn't slam it into a wall, just got it all wrong. A lot of work to do now though in 8th. See what's happening up front then. Let's find out. So Batchy then still leading this little trio. Hans Lander, Gouda following him through. Let's get ourselves on with Gouda. Oh, he gets a little twitch on into the wall. He goes. Oh, tyres still on the grass as well. Loses an awful lot of speed to the 2 in front. Look at them disappearing. Then to get back into the slipstream, keep the battle on for the lead. Hans Lander still hot on the tail of Batchy in front though. The gap stretches open too. Big gap. He's a big amount of time he's lost through that little mistake then. Twitch through there, gains a little bit of time back. So let's have a look at tyre rock strategies as well going on here then. So Batchy up front on the mediums in the Porsche. Obviously lasted a little bit longer than the softs which Hans Lander is rolling on. 13-mile circuit then, 3 laps here, 25-ish minutes. Just a under 30 miles, 12.94. Closing that gap back up. He's also on that soft tyre behind, but look at the damage on those already. Hanslander showing a bit of wear, but not as much as Gudikar behind on those softs. Again, Bachi all good at the front at the minute on those mediums. Just controlling the pace. You have to keep Hanslander and Gudikar behind him for the time being anyway. Okay, let's see what else is happening. Ace Killer leading the next little battle here then. Got himself in 4th. Mattes in 5th behind him. Pivo not too far on the back of him either. 1.5 seconds back. That little Renault. Catching air through that little section. And then for Pivo, let's see if we can close the gap on Mattes in front. Make a Mattes sandwich between Pivo and Ace Killer. He's closing up a little bit in that Renault. Oh, Mattes has gone off circuit. Ah! Into the wall he goes. He's going to have a big pile of damage, rather here than pretty much anywhere else on circuit, although got this big long straight to go. And puts Pivo into 5th then. Benson back through to 6th, right behind Pivo, I say right behind, 3.6 seconds back. Pivo then, no slipstream for him now up this long straight, 1.3 miles this one. There's Ace Killer in front. I do want to get to the front of the field again. See what happens at the pits then. So Bachi on the mediums. He's blown through some fuel though. What will he opt to do here? Come in, stay out. He stays out. Hanslander stays out. Gudikar stays out. Gudikar though hot on the tail of Hanslander again now. Tyres should get another lap out of those. Just got to be careful at the back half of this lap. It's going to be a bit treacherous for him. Ace Killer has stayed out as well. He's also on that medium tyre strategy. Pivo's in. Bondo through then. Computers livery, bringing back all sorts of old school memories for me. Fiction stays out as well on the mediums. What was Bondo on mediums as well? Pivo on that soft tyre, getting rid of those. Medium tyre on board for Mattes, he's coming in getting rid of those. Softs on for Joe Benson, getting rid of those. Same for Herm. Witty is coming up to this pit line, he comes in as well. Dropping those mediums, going to get some fuel as well. Leads Bachi out front. Hanslander Gudikar, as we were. So now we're in the thick of it. Gudikar back on the tail of Hanslander. Whoa. A bit wayward down towards the hairpin then. Hard on the brakes for these three. A little bit wayward there for Gudikar. Uses a tiny bit of time to those two, but not too much. Sparks flying then, the compression through the bottom of the hill. Hot on Hanslander's tail, looking for a way past then Gudikar. Just got to be careful of those tyres. Doesn't want to press too hard coming out of the corners. Just controlling this one still on those mediums up front. Has everyone got their fuel right here? That's Bachi then, so less than a quarter of a tank. Probably doing alright. Hanslander got a little bit more on board in the Honda. Spend less time in the pits taking on board that fuel. Gudikar as well, back on the quarter tank mark, so again a little bit more than Bachi. Might benefit them both in the pit stop window. Certainly can't do 3 laps on a single tank then. Don't think so anyway. Ace Killer then still in that 4th position. Big gap behind him now. 9 seconds back to Bondo. Old Fiction in 6th. Singularis in 7th. Again, not stopped any of these drivers yet. First of the stoppies is Joe Benson in the BMW. Back on a set of mediums. Didn't take on board too much fuel. He's going to come in and take a little bit on the end of this lap. Mattes also out of the pits. Fresh set of mediums on for him. Piwo mediums as well. Mediums on for Whitty. And a set of softs for this lap. Excuse me. These 3 absolutely neck and neck. The hill then towards the carousel. Lando closing up, nowhere to go for him through here though, not unless Bachi makes a mistake and drops himself out of that banked turn. Again, medium tyre lead in the race, soft tyres in 2nd and 3rd behind. And are they going to take it on fuel? Is somebody going to run out of fuel before the end of this race? It was Bachi that was looking the lowest. Less than an 1/8 of a tank on. Hans Lander still looking pretty good. Gouda curl now. Very little in his tank. So maybe they've all been doing a little bit of fuel saving. Maybe not Hans Lander so much, I don't know. He's kept the pace with Bachi. Didn't look like they were revving to top revs anyway. We'll see. Nurburgring, are you still on holiday? Oh my god. Bachi then pulls a little bit of a gap over Hans Lander, 1.3 seconds. Soft tyres showing an awful lot of red then on his car. And for Gouda curl again, just at this point they've just got to watch some of these turns. If they push hard enough to try and keep up with Bachi, it might cost them a position or 2, a bit of damage as well, we'll see. Professional drivers in this lobby though. Should be okay. Through the mini carousel then. Up towards the shank. Through there cleanly for Bachi, holding enough lead. He's not going to give anyone a tow down this straight here. 1.3 miles again down this one. No tow for you. Gouda curl though is in a position to go for a move. If the Porsche is at full tilt, looks like it is now. Again, on the limit of fuel for the Porsches. I don't know if Gouda curl's going to make it. Hold on. Oh, I think Bachi is just. No, he's going to run out of fuel. There it is. There it is. He's lucky he can cruise around to the pits. He doesn't really lose too much time, to be honest. Wow. Okay. Mediums then. Smallest amounts of fuel in Bachi's car as well. Lander in, Gouda curl in, Ace Killer in, Bondo in, Old Fiction in, Singularis 24 seconds down. Just coming at this back straight in the Porsche. You're not going to see drivers leave the pits before, I think, maybe not. Singularis in. Tyres are blown out. Joe Benson then. Oh, also, yeah, he does. He's out of fuel. No, he's got it wrong. Oh, he does manage to get in. Oh, it can reset you at that point back onto the circuit. Okay, Mattes stays out, but we've already got drivers out of the pits here. So So Gouda Curl out first then. Look at the gap he's pulled. Fresh set of softs on. Just under half a tank. Ace Killer then, 5.7 seconds back, but he's managed to get himself into second. Pushed a bit hard through that corner. He's got himself into second position here. Bachi in third. Oh, Bachi pushes it hard through there as well on the softs. Hans Lander, what have you done, Hans Lander? Hans Lander, why have you filled your car with fuel? Oh my God, you've lost so much time. 14 seconds now behind Gouda Curl race leader. Already 8 seconds behind Bachi. Oh no, he's muffed it up. Mattis then hot on his tail. Pivo as well on the mediums as Bondo on a fresh set of softs just comes out of the pits. Fiction out, fresh softs. Singularis out, fresh softs. Fresh softs for Joe Benson after a crash into the pit wall on the way in. Stopped at the end of lap 1, so half-worn set of softs on for him, and Whitty back in, taking on board fuel. Probably going to stay with those mediums. It's looking good for Gouda Curl. He's got 5.2 seconds still over Ace Killer. He's got a mirror full of Bachi though. Some twist on coming out of there, big BMW. The speed though coming down towards this corner. Bachi's not going to be able to go for a move through here. Just going to hold his line through these next few turns. Goes for a little look up the inside here. Ace Killer does think about giving him enough room, but he is far enough in front that he doesn't have to. Porsche versus BMW. Race for second and third then. Gouda Curl, a little way up the track, 5 seconds or so away from these two. Can't even see him in the minute. Good exit there from Bachi, but again, nowhere to go for him through that corner. Ace Killer able to get back up to full race pace on the exit of that turn. Bachi not able to get past yet then. Pushing it a little wide through there. It's a wheel on the grass. Fast section now, Porsche versus BMW. Are you going full tilt through here? Both drivers at warp speed rather than Porsche. Squeezing its way past the BMW then at full race pace. I'm just getting a little bit of an exit. Oh, look at this Ace Killer coming straight back at him down this corner. Has to back off through there though. And through the right hander up towards the carousel now. Porsche getting an advantage out of that one. There is Gouda Curl, so mistake from Gouda Curl, race leader, has brought him into sight of these two, just 2.5 seconds ahead now. Race is on. Top 3, there they are, all on track together. Hans Lander back in 4th, but 6.8 seconds back. Taking on far too much fuel in that pit stop. Race leader then, Gouda Curl, 2.5 seconds ahead. Bachi then chasing him down. Ace Killer still in that fight as well. Again, Hans Lander, long way back in that Honda, 6.6 seconds back. Making a big boo-boo in the pits, taking on way too much fuel. Mattis then into 5th. Tyres looking good, fuel looking good. Pivo 6, Bondo in 7th. Old Fiction in 8th, Singularis in 9th. Got Herm in 10th, and Whitty in 12th. Have we lost Joe Benson? What's happened to Joe Benson? Yep, he's gone. Well, he's not in the race anyway. I don't know whether he's left the lobby. Gap coming down then towards Gouda Curl, down to 2 seconds, half a second gain by Bachi. Pulled a bit of time on Ace Killer as well. Coming to the end of this race then. To the mini carousel. Apologies if you're going to hear that, but someone blasting fireworks. So on to this back straight then. Good curl, 2 seconds lead. He's out of that slipstream range. Looking good for the win. He's just got to make no mistakes. Got enough fuel on this time. He's got to just make no mistakes in these last few turns. Should be good for race 1 win. Bachi then second. Ace Killer a long way down now then. 2.5 seconds in the BMW. Should be good for podium third though. Good curl around these last couple of turns. Bachi slings it up behind him around these last couple of corners, but it's not going to be enough. It is going to be Good curl that takes the win in race 1. Bachi takes second. Ace Killer comes home in third. Hans Lander closed the gap in the Honda, but it wasn't to be. Yeah, just making that big mistake in the pits. 4th place for him. Mattes is going to come home in 5th. Bondo in the green screen computer era takes 6th. Pivo coming home in 7th. Oh no, he's not. Old Fiction's taking 7th. Pivo, why Pivo? Okay, Singularis comes through. He's cheating. That's what he's doing. I get it. He's looking for a better position at the start of race 2. Stay hydrated, people. It's not a pint this week because I've left my pint glasses down there. I forgot to take them down. Up the back straight then. And we wait for Whitty, who's still a minute down. I don't think we're going to see Whitty cross the line. We might not even see Herm cross the line here. We may not even see Pivo cross the line. Have we got enough time? Yellow flag's flying then because Pivo's parked just on the line. It's going to take 9th. Boom. Pivo still? No. Still just going to park there. Whitty. Oh, he's a long way down. Certainly don't think we're going to see you cross the line. I've got to say, Whitty, you know, he's... Yeah, there you go. He might not get on with this track too much. But... what's with the fireworks tonight? I don't even know. Yeah, Whitty, I've got to give it to him. I'm going to go straight to him. In fact, that's just, there he is in 11th. Still running, look, still running. So he might not get on with this track and he might be crashing his car all over the place, but he sticks it out. A lot of drivers don't. A lot of drivers, you know, look at Joe Spencer. I will say, Joe Spencer, probably one of the faster drivers we have in this lobby. Didn't get on with the BMW tonight. Threw his dummy out, cried to his mum, left the race. So, big up Whitty. But there we are. There are our results. Good curl on that top spot. Bachi in 2nd. Ace Killer 3rd. Hans Lander 4th. Mattes in 5th. Bondo 6th. Old Fiction 7th. Singularis in 8th. And then we have Herm in 9th. Pivo 10th. Whitty in 11th. Pivo's cheating. Joe Spencer. Dunuffed. DNF'd. Yeah, so sort of cheating, you know. He's just looking for that. What's he got? 2nd on the grid now? Oh no, he'll be 3rd. So any new drivers that join the lobby and obviously join this next race, they start at the front of the grid just because. So we've got Wing Dinger and who's that one? Marshmallow. Join the lobby. Joe Spencer's still here as well. We've got Flo 1982. Yeah, so Joe Spencer's still in the lobby. He just dipped out of this race. Yeah, the guys on softs did make them last 2 laps. They did lose a bit of time, but not much. If you DNF'd, I think you start last. Okay, well that's Joe Spencer screwed then, isn't it? So yeah, we're going to see Flo, Wingdinger 125, and Marshmallow. Marshmallow, if he doesn't mind me saying that. They'll start at the front of this race. Good cars. Swap cars, have you? Good. Where's he gone? He's gone for the Ferrari this race. Interesting. Marshmallow's in the Corvette. Mattis in the Porsche. Old Fiction Porsche. Wingdinger, new driver, also in the Porsche. See where everyone else decides to change. So next race at 36 minutes past whatever the hour is wherever you are. Look at the clock in the top corner. Over there. In fact, I can see the damn fireworks just there. I don't know what's going on. Come on, drivers, pick those cars. Let's see what you're going to come up with. We did see an old school Skyline with, you know, it was almost like a flipping hill climb thing. Oh, my camera cable won't stretch far enough over there. I could rag the camera off if the cable was longer and show you the fireworks, but it's not long enough because you're all the way over there and it's all the way over here. That's not happening. Well, let me see. Let's see if they got to. He's not even getting a winky face this time. Just actual eyes. Just going to look at him. TC off. TC off. Oh well, I suggest it anyway. Who's my bets for race 2, Dukes? Well, we've got new drivers in, so who knows, you know, out of the Marshmallow, Wingdinger and Flo. Wingdinger still in there? Oh yeah, there he is, in the Porsche. Marshmallow's gone for that Ferrari. Flo in the R8. Race 2. Well, let's see what batch he picks. He's probably going to stick with a Porsche, I would have thought. Joe Spencer. He's back in the M6. If Joe Spencer can keep it running around the circuit, hands on, you know, he's pretty quick. If Hans Lander can get a good run out, I think you lot screwed. Because he was looking rapid at the start of race 1. But I don't know. What's the order going to be? Let me just have a little think about that. Yeah. He's like, yeah, good cut. Oh, Piwo's gone for a McLaren. Interesting. Batchy's back in the Porsche. I don't know. I don't know for race 2. We've got a minute. We've got a minute. Herm's left the room. Is that because I said traction control off? It depends where you are on the grid. If you're up front and you can boss your way through people and get your way off, then the softs, obviously. Or if you can beat that cork in the bottle, the mediums. Or if you're starting in the back, I would say the mediums, because you're going to be fighting with everyone else and you're just going to blow a set of softs out too quick. Never do 2 sets, 2 laps if you're battling. I've gone for a GTR, interesting. But I think we're just around the corner from race 2. And so that's going to be grid order then. You've just seen flash up on the right. Marshmallow, Wingdinger, Flow, Witty, Piwo, Singularis, Old Fiction, Bondo, Mattis, Hans Lander, Ace Killer, Batchy, Gudico, Joe Benson, Herm, maybe? Oh, Herm's back in the room. What are you doing, Herm? Go mediums. Strat. Two laps. What fuel can you get? Can you get 2 laps of fuel out on that without fuel saving? Smash it. Full tilt. If you can. Oh, sorry. Delay till 38. All right. So we've got 2 more minutes. Oh, pretty fireworks. Pretty. One more minute. I think just because Herm's internet's had a bit of a frazzle or something. Ooh. I don't know then. I don't know then. I can't help you, Dukes. Trying. Didn't know you got a fuel save. All right. So race 2 being counted in then 3, 2, and then 1. He's got a type start. Start. Boom. He's rapid on it. Let's go, says Dukes. Oh, pretty. Oh, green and red one. Oh, there's another green and red one. Oh, they're so pretty. Spectate, come on. Pay attention, Smoker. You need to do your job, damn it. Okay, let's see what these new drivers have got then. We've got Marshmallow, Wingdinger and Flow 1982 up front for race 2. New drivers to the lobby. Lights on. Don't get hold for too long. Wingdinger's a little bit slow off the line. Marshmallow gets an absolute slide on through first door in the run into turn 1 and on the run out of turn 1. Corvette saying, yeah, you want to put your foot down? All right, I'll show you put your foot down. I'll try and launch you into a wall. Here he is leading at the minute. We've got Flow holding that second in the R8. Oh, Wingdinger, no, Wingdinger. Oh, he's clattered 2 walls, almost taken out driver. Oh, reverses straight across track as well. That's not the best of racecraft right there. Everything goes green then, he's back on track, Wingdinger, but front and rear damage for him. And Marshmallow then has gotten off, 2.7 seconds lead. My money's on him. until he bins it in one of these turns. Flow in second then, being hounded by Pivo at the minute in the McLaren. That scare you. Jump got a bit loud, didn't it? Whoa, all over the back of the R8 then, through the hairpin, down through foxholes then under the bridge. R8 getting a good stop of throttle on the way out of there though, pulls a bit of a gap over the McLaren. Not sure if that was glitching or proper sliding. Again, both drivers carrying decent speed through there, but Pivo closing right up on Flow. He's got a mirror full of a couple of Porsches here as well. He's got Herm and Old Fiction. A few drivers looking for the way past. Old Fiction having a look at Herm then, just in the rearview mirror of Pivo. Gets his way through on the hunt for Pivo now as well. He's a little bit stuck behind Flow. Look at this, there's cars starting to bottleneck up behind the Audi. He's doing all right though, he's holding his own, mediums. A little bit of damage on the front of that car though. That was from Wingdinger spinning across track in front of him. Oh, a couple of wheels on the grass through there for Flow, but he holds on to it. Keeps control of everybody else behind. Unfortunately, that's just allowing Marshmallow to get off. He is now 4.6 seconds up the road in the Corvette. It's not killed him yet anyway. He has tried in some of these turns. No traction control on for him either. Stomping it. 6 seconds to go then, still back to Flow. Old Fiction past Pivo, already looking for a way past Flow here. Fast section of the track right here. Backing off through this little turn now. Can he get the run on the Audi down this particular part of the track? Almost side by side. Almost gets a wing up the inside. Flow. Oh, a little bit of contact between the two. Flow's car was glitching around a little bit. I was about to say that just before that incident happened. So a little bit of damage on board for both drivers, I can imagine. Flow with a little bit of front end damage then. Oh, he's off the track through there as well. Steering just catching him out, someone else into the wall behind him. A lot of these drivers looking for their way past some of the slightly slower drivers then. Again, not easy to overtake here. Can cause all sorts of issues. Everyone looking half decent at the moment though. A little bit of bumping and a banging. It is bound to happen. Marshmallow just quite happy. 5.8 seconds he now has over Herm. Got himself kind of through the chaos. He has now got a big pile of drivers right on his tail as well now. Look at them all storming through here. If only you were with us, Marshmallow. If only you were with us. Let's get on board with Herm and just have a look at this absolute menacing look behind him then. Old Fiction, oh, he squeezes away through a little bit wide through there, leaves the door open. Old Fiction goes through, Bachi goes through, Mattes right on his tail into this turn but unable to get through. Oh, but the pressure's got to him. No, he's been tangled up. He's been absolutely tangled up. Oh, he's lit the rears up coming through there as well. He's almost, but not quite, at the back of the pack then with that little mistake. A little bit of rear end damage to contend with as well. So Marshmallow up front then extends that lead, 7.2 seconds. It's a little bit squirrely through there. Look at the state of those mediums. They look really, really good. Hardly any wear on those. And could potentially, looking at how much fuel he's got, I don't know, what fuel did he start with? Just under, he's probably got about a third of a tank, just under a third of a tank now as he hits this long straight, the dotting up. There is the chasing pack there. Bachi 5.8 seconds behind. Old Fiction Right behind him though, Mattes is still in slipstream range here. .80 miles an hour, they're just flicking. Plenty of fuel on the Porsche as well. Look at this, half a tank. So what are we going to do in terms of pits then? Who's going to stop now? Marshmallow comes in the Corvette. It's blown through some fuel, that has. Bacci stays out. Old Fiction comes in. Mattes comes in. Again, the Porsche doing really well on fuel. Ace Killer looking pretty good here as well. Half a tank on board for him. Mediums looking almost the same as Marshmallow's when he came in. So it is now Bacci that leads this race. 4.8 seconds lead he's got in that Porsche. Ace Killer in second in the BMW. Very similar situation. Stretches it through there. Needs to start pushing a little bit, needs to open that gap up behind and start trying to close up Bacci. Again, same strategy on board. Bacci on a lot less fuel here. He's got enough to finish this lap. It's just over a third of a tank. Ace Killer has got half a tank still, just a blim under that. Can push harder. Take him as long to fill up in the pits either. Joe Benson hot on his tail though, looking for a way past. He's on that same strategy but less fuel. He's on a set of mediums. Ace Killer can afford to open the taps here a little bit. Hans Lander in fourth and in that Honda again. He could be a danger on the soft tyre and made them look good as well. There's not a lot of wear on those on the Honda. Sitting in fourth. Fuel not looking too bad either. Probably about the same as Ace Killer's got on board now as well. Bondo hanging on in there on a set of softs as well. Loads of fuel in that thing. A little bit of front end damage to contend with for him. Pivo in sixth in the McLaren. Loads of fuel. Tyres looking good. Singularis mediums looking amazing. Over half a tank by the cat's whisker. Mattes out of the pits then. Three-quarters of a tank and a fresh set of softs. Marshmallow on a set of... Did he change tyres? I don't think he changed tyres. He's not. But he has come out with a full tank of fuel though. Is he looking to run all three? That set of tyres. Flow in 10th then. Fresh set of mediums on. Almost a full tank. All Fiction, almost a full tank. Fresh set of mediums, a little bit of front end damage. No damage. Fresh set of softs, almost a full tank. And Witty, lots of damage. Mediums looking good. Half a tank of fuel on for him. Bacci extends lead up front then. 7.8 seconds. Ace Killer pushing, not broken away that much from Joe Benson. He's opened enough time to break a toe when they get onto the faster sections. I think Joe Benson has got an issue of his own here with Hans Lander in that Honda. He's looking rapid in this thing. Suede steering wheel. Soft's not even half worn at the minute as we head down towards the carousel. Keeping himself in check with Joe Benson, just 1.1 seconds back. Soft's no stop, I don't know. Depends how hard you push your Dukes. Feathering the throttle through there. Joe Benson. Getting a little bit closer to Hans Lander. Gets a good chunk of time on him through there. Down to half a second. Gap opens up between Joe Spencer and Ace Killer then. It's now at 1.7 seconds. So Ace Killer still losing time to Bachi up front. But he's running very low on fuel here, Bachi. Got less than half of a quarter of a tank, so he's got less than an eighth of a tank. Why didn't I just say that in the first place? Ace Killer still got a quarter of a tank on board, so we'll make it to the end of this lap very easily. Still opening that gap a little bit to Joe Spencer as well, all benefiting him. He is also running low on fuel here, already flashing red. Hans Lander holding plenty of fuel, will easily see the end of this lap. Hondo as well. Same for Piwo. What have you done? Slow through there. Mistake on board then. The pretty worn softs on that thing. Just over that halfway mark. Just catching him out a little bit. Under pressure from Singularis in the Porsche behind him now with that slow exit. So race leaders just come on to that big straight. Oh, gone too far. Bachi will have enough fuel to finish the race. Well, finish this lap, apologies. Open it up, Ace Killer. Full rapscallion down here. 8 seconds the gap between him and Bachi. He's opened the gap up to him and Joe Spencer. 2.4 seconds. Hans Lander right behind him. Are you actually pushing him up the track there? Almost. Thinks about a little move here, Hans Lander, but backs off. Bachi into the pits then. Ace Killer going to come in. Joe Spencer and Hans Lander in. Hondo in. Piwo is going to come in as well. Right. Oh no. I could just hear smashing and banging. I think someone's crashed into the pit wall. So Singularis then crosses the line to start lap 3, leading the race. It's going to be the next man out. Mattes just crosses the line there, but Ace Killer. Oh, what's it going to be? It is Ace Killer that is out into second. Fresh set of softs on for him. Half a tank of fuel. He's got a 13-second gap in front to Singularis. Singularis is on a semi-worn set of mediums. He's got just over a quarter of a tank of fuel on. So he might be having to do a little bit of fuel saving. Let's have a look at his rever. Yeah, he's not going full tilt. He's not revving to maximum. Ace Killer, on the other hand, with that big pile of fuel, probably can. He has got to start disappearing from the battle behind. Look at this, Bachi and Mattes side by side running up the hill. Bachi just holds on to it though. Mattes tried though. So Bachi on the fresh softs, Mattes on the semi-worn softs. They'll be alright in terms of pace for the first half of this lap. You'll see him just start to fall off. The pace of those softs will drop off a little bit as they wear down in this last half of this lap. Hans Lander, no tyres, so he's stayed on the same set of softs. He's just gone for fuel. He's down in 5th. I mean, for the time it, you know, you did it well on fuel this time, Hans, but you should have, you know, for the time it takes to stick a set of tyres on, was it half a second, a second? It's got to be worth a set of tyres. Hondo in 6th then. That livery looking awesome, loving it. Piwo 7th, Joe Spencer 8th. We've got I Marshmallow in 9th then. So that lead diminished. Flo in 10th, Old Fiction in 11th. Got Hearn behind him in 12th. Whitty in the pits now then. A lot of damage. Tyres looking good, just taking on board fuel. So Singularis then still leading, but that gap will come right down, 7 seconds. So the mediums, not quite as quick obviously, they're half worn as well. Ace Killer on a brand new fresh set of softs here. He is under all sorts of threat though from Bachi behind. That Porsche looking good. Tiny bit more fuel on board for Bachi. Mattes, a lot less fuel on, just over a quarter of a tank. Hopefully it's going to last him. See what Hans Lander can do as well. That pretty worn set of softs. Not doing too bad for him in a minute, just 2.2 seconds. He is closing up on Mattes as well. Bondo on that fresh set of softs might be able to bring that gap down a little bit as well. Go for an overtake maybe, and that worn Honda. Pilo being hounded by Joe Spencer and then the BMW. Joe Spencer just backing off coming into the corners. Obviously doesn't want to smash into the back of Piwo. Good racecraft here. Oh. Again up towards the carousel. Great bit of driving from these two. Oh no, Piwo, he's dropped out of the... Oh, he manages to hold it through there, keeps the speed as well. How did you do that? Nowhere for Joe Spencer to go through here. Looks like he's quicker as well. Just hear him backing off the throttle, coming into the corners again. Just can't go full throttle through here. He's got a car in his way. Just have to hang about until he can get to the more open parts of the circuit, but he is running out of time here in this second race tonight. Let's see what's happening at that front. Okay, so we've missed the overtake for second. Bachi. Oh yes, so missed the overtake for first. Apologies. Bachi and Ace Killer closed up on Singularis. Bachi's got himself through. Singularis just fending off an Ace Killer at the minute. He's trying to look for a way past as well. Oh, just gets his way around the outside there. Great bit of driving from him. Singularis maintains that third position, but Mattes now all over the back of him, actually gets past. Again, faster drivers on the faster tyres. A little bit worn, but faster than Singularis at the minute. Bondo will be the next man to have a go. Great exit out of there as well, straight past Singularis himself. Oh, hemorrhaging positions here, Singularis. So on to back straight then. Bachi has managed to pull himself a 3.9 second lead over Ace Killer. Was just held up behind Singularis for a few extra corners. That was enough to allow Bachi to escape. Mattes then in third, a little way behind Ace Killer, not in a position to go for an overtake. I think it might be as they stand. Oh, Hans Lander firing up behind Singularis as well. What happened, Hans Lander? What happened? Why did you suddenly back off the throttle? I don't know. But it is Bachi that takes a race win. It is going to be Ace Killer that comes home for second. Mattes takes a third place in race 2. Singularis just squeezing and holding on to fourth. Oh, Bondo ran out of fuel. He ran out of fuel. He takes fifth though. Piwo just takes sixth. Joe Spencer not able to get past him. Takes seventh. Hans Lander then. Lander's doing the noughts here. He's doing the naughty noughts. Just parking up, allowing a couple of these drivers to come past him. Pushes him down the order a little bit. So it's going to be Marshmallow that comes home. Oh, gets a switch on through there. comes home in 8th, just. Flow comes through as well. Old Fiction goes through. Oh. Hans Lander now pulls out. Still might not finish the race. We just wait for Herm and Whitty as well. I think Whitty's a little bit far away, but Hans Lander does come across the line, takes 11th. Getting tangled up early on in this one. Takes a 12th position here in race 2. And Whitty still, again, he's a long way down, but he does finish every race. You can see his little dot way off of that Dottinger straight. Yeah, he sticks it out every race. It was a good race. Don't know how you catch him, Batchy. No idea. I was just about to say we're probably not going to get to see Whitty finish the race again, but so there is race 2 finishing order. Batchy on that top spot, Ace Killer in 2nd, Mattes in 3rd, Singularis 4th, Bondo 5th, Piwo 6th, Joe Benson 7th, Marshmallow in 8th, got Flow 9th, Old Fiction 10th, Hans Lander 11th, Herm in 12th, Whitty 13th, Gouda Curl in 14th. Oh, sorry, Gouda Curl. Why did you DNF'd? Did you DNS? I don't even know if you started. You must have. But chucked himself out of the race, and Gouda Curl, sorry, Wing Dinger as well, also decided to back off that one. Why is everything stuck? Oh, there you go. Yeah, I was going to say, didn't see Wing Dinger. Forgot about you, Gouda Curl. What happened? Big crash? Maybe you two maybe getting tangled up? I don't know. Okay, so we've got 5 minutes until race 3. Batchy is too quick. Again, no idea how you're going to catch him. Oh, do you know what I didn't do, Ace Killer? Do you know what I didn't do? You know what I didn't do, don't you? I don't even know if I can go in and do anything about it. Let's have a look. Can't see it on there. Don't worry, people. I'm looking for settings. FPS, video format, color space, buffering. I'm not seeing any DVR options. Gone for highest frames a second, if that helps. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember seeing a DVR option. I wonder, hold on. Is that's not it. I've got a couple of minutes, just relax, people, relax. 3 minutes, DVR. Stream, no, that's who I want to stream to. Output. Let's have a look. Have we got anything? I'm not seeing anything for DVR. Oh, I wonder what that is. Replay buffer? What's that? Enable replay buffer. I don't know what that is. regardless, whatever I'm clicking right now, alright, whatever I'm looking at in terms of my settings, it's just giving me a great big no entry sign as I scroll over them, so no. I might have to have a look prior to it starting. I can't, it's just giving me a no entry sign. Everything I hover over, it's just saying nope. No, you can't have that. It's probably because the stream's already running, I would have thought. I'll enable you, fool. A flow yellow card. Oh, pretties. Ooh, that one was yellow, blue and green. I would describe what it did, but it's a firework in someone's back garden, so it's nothing special. It's a whoosh, and then some sparkles. Oh, it's finished now. All right, have we got any new drivers in? Yes, we have. Private Pello is in the room in a Nissan GTR. Marshmallow stuck around. Witty still here. Have lost a couple of drivers for this next race, but don't forget to like and subscribe, people. Like and subscribe. I'm going to refresh. Catch you lot out. Have you liked and subscribed it? Race 2 is just about to start. I've got 3 likes. Bam. So 2107. Here we go. 3 up on the board. 2 and a 1. Start. And now he's got to actually find the setting start. It's jankier than you think, people. He's forgotten which button it is to start. He's forgotten. Oops. Okay. Same thing. Reverse grid from race 2 finishing positions. Oof, Flow swap cars. Flow's opted for a Porsche then in race 2. Private Pello are going to lead us out then. Was he in the GTR? Yeah, okay. Everyone giving them a little bit of a blim and a rev. Oh, just over the 3/4 of a tank mark you start with, okay. Lights go on then. Race 3 just about to get underway. Boom, there we go. Sliding off the line for Private Pello. And the mediums drifting it through turn 1. Witty following him through. Already being harassed by Hans Lander, who cheated his way through to 3rd position at the end of race 2. Cheater. Herm, no. Oh, he went a little bit high on one of the curbs. It just dipped that car around in a circle. Into the wall he goes. Oh, he's got damage all over the damn place. Lucky, didn't take out anybody else. He does manage to hold on to the back of the pack though, but that damage is going to cost him. It's going to run him a little bit slow. Private Pello, in the meantime, is doing exactly what Marshmallow did. Oh, fireworks, pretty. He's now got himself a 2.8 second lead in that Nissan GTR. Hans Lander through now though on those softs. Witty under pressure from Old Fiction. Porsche versus Porsche. Oh, Witty, don't give up too much track. You'll end up ruining it for yourself. Old Fiction through then. Joe Spencer in 5th position, Flo 6th, Bondo in 7th, we've got Marshmallow in 8th, Piwo 9th, Mattis 10th, Ace Killer 11th, Bachi in 12th, Singularis 13th, and Herm after his crash in 14th. Again, lots of damage on board for him. He's going to carry that all the way to the pits then. Damage is on heavy. Okay, Private Pello. 3.4 seconds lead in the GTR. Hans Lander and Old Fiction having a little bit of a battle there. Okay, so Hans Lander obviously on a full fuel save, look after my tyres mission, as he just allows Old Fiction to come swooping through there. Didn't offer him any kind of oh, Flo's left the room. Didn't offer him any kind of battle at all, just left the door wide open for him, allowed Old Fiction to go through. Hans Lander could then use a little bit of Old Fiction for slipstream. He can use a tiny little bit less fuel, and hopefully he'll also drag a pair of them closer to Private Pello in front. Now 2.6 seconds lead. Joe Spencer through to 4th in the BMW then, a bit of a gap between him and Marshmallow behind him. 4.5 seconds to that trio up front though, bit of work to do. Battle here though, Marshmallow, Mattis, Piwo. Ace Killer, got a few drivers all tangled up in this one. Look at the speed, Bachi. How are you doing that, Bachi? He's got extra turbos on his spoiler or something. Look at him just finding his way past all of these drivers. Look at that melee of cars, look. And Bachi just comes through. Thanks. Into 5th, thanks. Marshmallow in 6th then, Mattis 7th. Big 1 second penalty he's got to lose though. Ace Killer through into 8th, gets himself past Piwo in 9th. Whoa, Piwo drifting the little Toyota. Oh, outside of the carousel, throws it in halfway round. Up to 10th then, Singularis now 11th. Bondo in 12th, Witty still hanging on there in 13th. So still a little bit of damage on for him, but 5.2 seconds back at the minute, doing alright. Private Pello then up front, but losing time to Old Fiction. Oh, he gets a switch on through there, Private Pello, loses all that time. Old Fiction will be right on his tail then on the exit of this turn. Race properly on here. Look at this. Through he goes then, Old Fiction. I'll have the lead of the race. Thank you very much, he says. The question is, has Pello got anything to hang on to? Did he just get a lucky escape at the start? Is he going to get swamped by drivers? He wasn't closed up too quickly by Hans Lander. Get different strategies being played out all over the place here. We've got some drivers going for stops at the end of every lap. We've got some drivers trying to do a 1 stop at the end of lap 1, and then some drivers trying to do a 1 stop at the end of lap 2. We've got some drivers trying to do a no stop. We've got some drivers trying to do a just stop for fuel. We've got some drivers that don't even like stopping for tyres, so we'll see. On to the Dottinger then. Old Fiction with a 1.2 second lead into that 5th gear, going for the full tilt. Private Pello though, carrying 1 mile an hour more speed up here possibly. Closing up 1.2 seconds the gap. No, it stays at 1 mile, opens up a little bit, so Old Fiction in the Porsche, tiny bit quicker than Private Pello, but we'll see what happens here in terms of pit stops. Old Fiction in the flutter of the Skyline as he backs off the throttle coming into the pits. He's in then. Hans Lander deciding he's going to stay out again on those softs. Fuel not looking too bad. What's he got? 3/8 of a tank, just over. Looking good. Ace Killer stops out as well. Loads more fuel than Hans Lander. Tyres looking awesome as well. Marshmallow stops out, but he has only got 1/4 of a tank. Oh, he's never going to make it to the end of the race on that unless he's got to go for some mega fuel saving here at the end of this one, or he's going to run out on the back straight, well, way before the back straight with just 1/4 of a tank on. Singularis stays out as well. He's got a little bit of front end damage, but plenty of fuel. Tyres soft looking all right, to be perfectly honest. Machi has stayed out as well. Has he? No, he's coming for fuel. Travis Benson 6 then. Oh, off the track through there. Fresh set of softs on board. He's taken on a big chunk of fuel as well. Bondo's stayed out. He's only got 1/4 of a tank on board as well. Porsches do pretty well on fuel. Oh no, Private Pello came in the pits then. He's taken on board fuel, but he's exited the pits and crossed the white line. It's cost him 3 seconds in penalty, which he's got to lose on that back straight. Old Fiction in as well. From the lead of the race down to 9th. Takes on board full tank of fuel and a fresh set of tyres. Data Punk evening. Mattis in 9th. Mattis in 10th. I don't know why I said 9th. Old Fiction in 9th. Mattis 10th. GR Piwo in 11th. Whitty in 12th. And it's Herm at the back of the pack at the minute in 13th. Hans Lander then. 1/4 of a tank on board. Soft still looking good. He's got 17.2 seconds lead over this man, Ace Killer. Got over 1/4 of a tank of fuel on board, and his Piwo's just left the room, and his tyres looking pretty good. Oh, his tyres looking pretty good as well, as he almost lights it up through there. So he's managed to pull a little bit of time between himself and Marshmallow. That was pretty much maybe a second between them, but that's opened up to 3.5 seconds. Again, big gap to race leader Hans Lander, 17.6 seconds the gap there. Honda looking and sounding pretty awesome. Working well for him tonight anyway. Hans pulls a little bit more time over Ace Killer. Got it on. If you've got it on fuel reduction mode, now's the time to take it off, because that gap is only getting bigger, and he's not going to be spending that much more time in the pits than Ace Killer here with the amount of fuel he's got. Or say that, Marshmallow. Got to be careful. He'll be on a stupendous fuel saving mission. Yeah, when he's flicking through the gears, we're not even seeing the rev counter come up. Second, third. It is just coming up, not even to halfway. 4th gear he's in. Let's keep an eye on Hans Lander. putting a foot wrong really, nor's Ace Killer, but it just hasn't got enough pace to close up on that Honda in front, the BMW. Big gap to first place then for Ace Killer. It's going to be tough to bring that time down now. We are lap 2 of lap 3. We'll spend a teeny bit more time in the pits than Ace Killer, but certainly not 18 seconds, and his softs are still looking pretty good at the minute. He could easily afford to take on board the fuel and get a set of tyres and still come out ahead of Ace Killer. Not that much difference in terms of fuel now. On to the back straight then. Pit stop coming in for Hans Lander. Still holding 18 seconds. It's creeping up towards 19 seconds though. Teetering at 173, 174 miles an hour, probably 175, 176, 77. Just going to touch 180, isn't he, as he hits the bottom of the hill. Into the pits then. Ace Killer a long way down, 18.7 seconds. By the time he's been in, he doesn't need to take on board tyres, but again, he's not going to close the gap up on Hans Lander. Tyres are on, just filling up with fuel now then for Hans. Gap at 19.3 seconds by the time Ace Killer actually gets in the pits. Still taking on board fuel. Drivers piling up behind in the pits as well. Just over half a tank on board then for Hans Lander. He's out of the pits now. Oh, he's crossed the penalty line. He's picked up 3 seconds. That might put an absolute dent in his time. Let's see. He's still got a lot of gap. Oh, Mattes is already across the line here. Ace Killer comes out. Doesn't pick up a penalty. He has now got a driver between himself and the chase for the lead of the race. Mattes on a worn set of softs. Plenty of fuel on board. The Porsche's pretty quick here as well. Look at this Hans Lander then. 13.9 seconds lead from Mattes. Didn't stop on that lap, but he has got this 3-second penalty to lose. Killer then, fresh set of socks on board for him. Private Pello back into 4th place. Old Fiction in 5th. Decent set of mediums on for him. Plenty of fuel. Bachi, half tank fuel. Tyres not looking too bad. Sitting in 6th for him. Joe Benson chasing him down. Slightly less fuel. But a fresh set of softs on board for him. Singularis fresh softs, half a tank. 8th place. Herm in at 9th. Half a tank, worn set of softs. Got Marshall Mello in at 10th with just under half a tank, fresh set of softs, and Whitty just in the pits now. That's it. Eject. Kaboom. Let's go. Bam. Go. Drive. Rah. Too much. Slow. But look at this, he's only 46 seconds behind by the time he comes out of the pits. Can he keep it under a minute this time? Let's have a look. Back to the front then. Hans Lander remains ahead 15 seconds. Still pulling time then in that Honda. Still got that 3 seconds to lose. It's Mattes in 2nd. Has got Ace Killer hounding him in a minute though. fourth. Sounds like he's got a couple of drivers closing up on him a little bit quickly here. Old Fiction not too far. Matchy now just 3.8 seconds behind him in sixth. Again on the warm set of mediums though, so maybe not quite as quick as he wants to be. Under pressure from Joe Spencer as well on that fresh set of softs. Singularis having a little bit of a lonely race, as is Herm 61. Marshmallow is out on his own as well, as is Whitty, still only 48 seconds behind. Come on Whitty, keep it under a minute. Reaching for you, bro. Nobody's touching this man in the Honda though. As I said, once he gets out front in this thing, it just looked super quick. Seems to be doing the job as well here, pulling more time from those drivers behind. Mattes in second. His soft starting to show that wear now. Going to be a little bit slower in some of these turns. Ace Killer's got to start thinking about making some moves on his fresher set of tyres. Under no threat really from Private Pello behind on that warm set of mediums. 5.4 seconds the gap. Fiction in fifth, being harassed by Bacci now. Bacci carrying the speed through into fifth he goes. Fiction giving no battle to him for that one. Could have done. Tyres were in better nick. Bacci's got less fuel on board. Not that Old Fiction would know that unless he kind of listens and asks me. Joe Spencer in seventh. Oh, looking low on fuel as well. He is. He's probably doing a little bit of fuel saving here, Jose. So he'll be losing time to those drivers in front. He's got to be careful. Singularis. He's 9 seconds back, but he could. If he runs out of fuel, obviously, Singularis will have all sorts of positions off him. As will Herm, I think. Oh no, Marshmallow. No, Marshmallow's not even going to finish. He's going to run out of fuel. Whitty isn't going to come last. He's still only 50 seconds back. Hans Lander then, look at this, already onto the dotting up. 17.3 seconds. He has got this 3-second penalty to lose. It does kick in and cost you way more than 3 seconds for sure. Look how slow he's got to go, down to 60 miles an hour. Oh, why would you keep it in 6th gear and try and accelerate, you maniac, Hans? Look, he's seen a set of headlights. He went, yeah, forget that, bro. Bosh, down a gear and away he's gone. He was going to try and do 6 all the way up this straight, wasn't he? And then he saw a set of headlights and went, yeah, forget that. I'm off. Look at that gap. Oh, so 16 seconds. Is down to 7 seconds as these two battle it out for second here as well. Ace Killer pushing. He's got himself in front of Mattes. He's Hans Lander's mashed it up. He has. Oh, he doesn't want to take the win, so he can start first again. But it is going to be Ace Killer then that takes the win. Kind of, sort of, unofficially, but officially he's on the top spot, but not quite sure whether it's official or not. Mattes then taking second, Private Pello third, Hans Lander finally getting across the line after deciding he would be happy with fourth. Old Fiction takes fifth, but it should really be Hans Lander who took that one. It should. Bacci comes home in sixth then, Singularis seventh. Oh no, we've lost Joe Spencer. Herm in 8th, Whitty in 9th. Oh my god. That's it. Whitty, I didn't think you were going to finish last. And you've still finished last. Through no fault of your own. Got loads of you, just smash it. unfortunately, we're still not going to see you finish the race. Ouch. Again, you know, Whitty, look, he's crashing into walls, he's a minute back. He's got his strategy right, unlike some others. Oh, Whitty, I thought you were going to be like gain a couple of positions. Joe Benson was running out of fuel. Who was the other one? Marshmallow was running out of fuel. Glory shots then for Whitty. Let's give him some. Let's have a look at this snazzy car he's driving up. Hey, look at that, snaz. We're still not going to see you finish a race. One night, it's going to happen. Cheers, Whitty. Ace Killer taking that kind of unexpected something. No, I don't think anyone no stopped on that one. Anyone do the one stop? Yeah, loads of people did the one stop. Nobody did the no stop. You can't do no stopping. Most people did no one stopping. Congrats to Podium and Purples. That is fastest lap holder, if that's if you didn't know. Hans Lander has left the room. Jose Benson has left the room. Herm has left the room. We have, though, picked up a Dahreen 81 and a Data Punk 79. Oof. Okay, 4 minutes, 6 minutes till the final race of the evening. Yeah, nobody no stopped. It's impossible to no stop. People had to stop. So if you're listening and your PlayStation's within reach, plenty of space in this lobby if you want in. It will be the last race that I'm streaming. We are a couple of minutes away from that yet. Private Pello, did you take third? Damn, yes you did. Yeah, Hans Lander backed out, faffed it. So Ace Killer on that top spot then for race 3. Mattes second, Private Pello third, Hans Lander fourth, Old Fiction fifth, Batchy 6th, Singularis 7th, we had Hermin 8th, Whitty 9th. Look at all those DNFs, look. Jose Benson, Bondo, Flo, Marshmallow and Piwo DNF'd. Right. Not even putting full stops now. I'm not even asking the question, I'm just demanding it. PC off. Last race, come on Mattis, come on, man up. Was Mattis on mediums second stint? Don't know. Stop asking me so many questions. Pretties. That's gone. That was just a lovely big white one, alright. No snazzy colours with that one. It's been going on a while, hasn't it? Hey? There you go. That's more like it. Just shouting orders at me, Dukes. Yeah, fine. That's better than questions. I'm not talking to you, Private Pello. I'm just saying in terms of the lobby. Shove it in there. Traction control off. Old Fiction, where did you go? Pretty, oh, that one was white and red. Oh, it's mostly white with little specks of red. They seem to be getting lower. Oh, pretty. Yeah, been going on for a while. It's got to be some kind of like, what is it? 13th today? What's that? What does that represent? Daniel Seabold has joined the room. I've seen that name for a few weeks, have I? Ace Killer's left the room. Mattes has changed the room. Oh, Ace Killer's had to disappear. He should be back. Don't start the race. Mattes, don't. Stop it. Who's that? Oh, it's Ace Killer. He's back. So, new drivers for race 4 then. We've got Datapunk 79, Daniel Seabold. Is that it? Yeah. Apart from the drivers that have dipped out of the lobby and come back. Oh, Dareen 81. So those 3 drivers will start on the front of the grid. That's just what happens. And then the reverse grid from race positions from race 3. And we'll crack on with this final race. My mum. We've had this conversation. TC has been disabled. Prohibited. Prohibited, 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 prohibited. That's what we want to see. Man driving. No offence, girls. You can man drive. Just no traction control. All right, the countdown begins. The 3 and the 2 and the 1 at the start. Invalid. It's been invalid. That's not the camera angle I want. Okay, so Daniel Seabold, Datapunk and Dareen will start at the front. We've got Bondo next on the grid, followed by Witty. Oh, Bondo, are you fresh or did you leave the lobby and come back? No, you're not fresh. You left and came back. Dodgy. I'm sure that's cheating. Witty, no, Witty lines it up and sticks it in the wall off the line. Daniel Seabold in the Lamborghini stomps it off the line then. Might be a little bit, if I remember rightly, Daniel Seabold is a bit of a driver. If he's managed to get a bit of a push on here, I'll say that as he, he holds on to that. And the racing softs for him then, still sliding that Lamborghini all over the place. Datapunk closing up on him. No, that is Dareen into the wall, just lights the rear up of that Porsche coming around that corner and bins it on the exit. Waits for everybody else to get past him before he gets back on the track as well. Well played, Dareen. So Daniel Seabold, is that Lamborghini going to kill him or is it going to give him glory? Let's see. Second lead over Datapunk, 79 at the minute. BMW himself. There's a punch up happening for third. Bachi just winning out on that one. And Bondo are absolutely side by side through there. Old Fiction, what are you in this time? Oh, he's opted for the NSX. He's seen Hans Lander take a win. He's having some of that. Let's see how he gets on in the Marlboro colours tonight then. Singularis in 6th. Private Pello in 7th. Still in the GTR. Mattes in 8th in the Porsche. Ace Killer 9th in the BMW. Witty 10th. Bad start for him. How have you ended up with rear end damage when I saw you plough the front end into the pit wall? I don't know. But in 10th then, Dareen back on track in 11th. A little bit of front end damage he's got to contend with, at least until he gets into the pits. Oof, there it is. Daniel Seabold getting it all wrong and all sorts of drivers finding their way past him. Got Bachi, who has got himself into the lead of the race. And that could be all she wrote for everybody else. Bondo in 2nd position, Datapunk in 3rd then, and he's managed to keep his way and find his way past Daniel Seabold after he made that little mistake. Still holding 4th though. Old Fiction in that NSX right behind him, top 5 all together. 5.8 second gap then back to Singularis in 6th. Another little punch up here then with Private Pello. We've got Mattes and Ace Killer all involved in that one. Ace Killer just a little off the back of this at the moment. Might be strategic, we'll see. So Witty still in 10th, but Dareen all over the back of him. Looking to drive around the outside through there. Oh, look at that. Witty's not having it. No, not having that back. Thank you. Oh, the overconfidence got him though. The overconfidence got him. Oh, I say that. Both drivers make a tiny little mistake through there. And it is Witty that's going to carry the speed and retake and hold that 10th. He did say no. Can he fend off Dareen? I mean, Dareen looks pretty quick at the minute. We'll see. Bachi. Oh, Bondo missing the carousel completely. Not quite sure what happened there, but yeah, completely missed the carousel. That's not the line for sure. But the gap's starting to open up here. So Bachi leads by 2.2 seconds. Bondo in 2nd. Got a 2.3 second gap back to Datapunk in this BMW then. Old Fiction right behind him in that NSX. Daniel Seabold back up to speed in the Lamborghini, but a long way down, 2.8 seconds. Front end damage on that thing now as well. Private Pello in 6th. Gap's just opened up a little bit for this four-way battle as well. So Pello in 6th, a second ahead of Mates. Ace Killer another 3 seconds behind him. Singularis now at the back of that fight in 9th. 8 seconds back, and here are the last two. Still having a punch up for 10th and 11th. Witty just hanging on to it at the moment. Say that Doreen gets a wing up the inside. Finds a gap, finds his way through. Witty is now again at the back, but again he will finish the race. He's only going to get quicker. Do you know what? That's got to be commentator's curse, isn't it? Stop watching the stream, Witty, if you are. That's costed you races, I'm sure. Look at the gap that Bachi's got now, 4.1 seconds. Round the shank, onto the Dottinger. Stupid camera, old fiction in the NSX then, through to 2nd position. This thing looking pretty hot in the race when Hans Lander was driving it. Can he make it work and close that gap down on Bachi in front? 4.6 seconds the gap now. See what happens as they come towards the pits. Nobody's got any answers for Bachi at the minute. Come on, camera. Oh, it's kept up. There he is. Into the pits he goes then. Old Fiction comes in as well. Data Punk is going to come in. Matis and Daniel Siebold entering the pits together. Ace Killer stays out. Plenty of fuel on board for him. Singularis stays out as well. He's looking pretty good in terms of fuel. Half a tank on board. Soft not looking too bad. So Ace Killer opting to stop at the end of lap 2 then. Again, fuel looking pretty good. Tyres looking good. .9 seconds ahead of Singularis, and that gap only getting bigger. But then there is another 22 seconds back to Bachi, who's now back at the pits on a fresh set of mediums. Full tank of fuel on board for him. Old Fiction has come out of the pits. He's on a fresh set of mediums and a full tank. Data Pump mediums, full tank. Mates mediums, full tank. He has crossed the pit line. 3 seconds penalty for him. Private Pello mediums, full tank. Daniel Siebold. Oh, that's probably not the no Daniel Siebold. Hard tyres and a full tank. No, Daniel Siebold. Not for not for 2 more laps. Look, no. I said no, Daniel Siebold. Bondo in 9th. Well, not for long. Bondo in 8th. On a fresh set of soft tyres versus the hard tyres of Daniel Siebold, which is now definitely trying to kill him. Green out the pits, fresh set of mediums on board and a full tank, or not quite a full tank, and Witty has stopped out. Worn set of, well, hardly worn set of mediums and just under half a tank. Oof. We just catch Ace Killer ploughing into a wall there. No damage, luckily for him. See what that does for his time. Still holding 10.6 seconds currently over Singularis. Let's see, Singularis is being closed down a little bit by Bachi and the rest of the drivers behind. Majority of them stopped at the end of lap 1. Bachi then in 3rd position. 15 seconds behind Singularis, 25 seconds behind race leader. Again, the tyres looking amazing still at the moment. He's not even got that thing. Oh, why did I press that button? He's not even got that thing down to 3/4 of a tank in terms of fuel at the moment. Porsche is looking pretty efficient in terms of fuel. Old Fiction in the Honda then, NSX, medium tyres on, plenty of fuel. Seconds behind race leader. There's Mates, but he's still got that 3-second penalty he's got to lose. That is caused by coming out of the pits and turning onto the circuit a little bit too early. There is a great big solid white line you're meant to stay inside of, get to the end of that, and then you can turn into the circuit, and that's just to try and avoid any kind of incidents coming into turn 1. Fortunately, Mates has decided he's going to ignore that rule. Driven straight across the line at some point, and that's cost him that 3-second penalty. Hello, not looking too bad at the minute. 6 gaps either side of him, about 5 seconds. Bondo as well. And you'll see Bold. Oh, loads of damage on that Lamborghini now then. Hard tyres, definitely not the option. Doreen made up another position. Datapunk down to 10th. He's got all sorts of damage on that BMW now. Unfortunately, it's still Whitty in 11th. Again, front and rear end damage for Whitty. Killer 15 seconds lead then over Singularis, pulling time over the Porsche in second. But Bacci now just 5 seconds behind at second place, really pressing that Porsche. So he's closed up. Depending on how long Ace Killer takes in the pits when he takes on board fuel, Bacci could retake this lead. He is still bringing that time down. Gap between him and Singularis now 2.7 seconds. Oh, that's the wrong camera angle. That's what I wanted. A little bit wayward there for Bacci. He's still closing up on Singularis here. Gap down to 1.6 seconds. It's going to be right on his tail, well within slipstream range when they hit the Dottinger straight. Oh, look at this, 3/4 of a second. Not going to gain too much though. Singularis just pulls over, allows him past. On a fuel saving mission, I think, Singularis. So Bacci into second position, 18.3 seconds behind Ace Killer, and closing rapidly. 180 he's sitting at. Gap coming down a little bit. Ace Killer enters the pits now. He has only got to stick a lap's worth of fuel in and grab a set of tyres. Bacci coming up here fast though into Animal Garden, past the pit entrance. Final turn to go. Let's see who's out first. It does say Bacci. Ace Killer only just picking up fuel now. Bacci through then. And he's got as much fuel as he needs. His tyres looking good. Old Fiction just gets out through and across the line in front of Ace Killer, just leaving the pits. So that is looking pretty good for Bacci then. He's now got a bit of defence between himself and Ace Killer, who's on that fresh tyre. So Bacci then, here he is, 16.3 seconds up the road from Old Fiction. There's a big gap between him and Old Fiction on the mini-map in the top right. Fiction then in that NSX semi-worn set of mediums, half a tank of fuel on board. Ace Killer, exactly the same amount of fuel, but a fresh set of softs he's got to play with. Needs to really press those then. He's still never going to close up on Bachi unless Bachi makes a terrible mistake. He might be able to grab himself a second position if he can get past if he can get past Old Fiction. Mattes being chased down by Private Pello here. Very, very similar. A little bit more fuel on board for Private Pello, so tiny bit heavier. But Mattes has got a little bit of damage on that front left wheel, slowing him down a little bit. Battle on then for fourth between those two. Bondo in sixth, 2.5 seconds back. Can he close that gap up in the Porsche? Singularis seventh. Fresh set of softs. Daniel Seabold still on those hards, still carrying all sorts of damage. Picking that up pretty much straight after sticking those hard tyres on. Indicators stuck on as well. Doreen up to 9th position. Data Pump in 10th. Whitty just gets released. Unfortunately, he's going to finish another race. There's the solid white line. 2. Once that first one shuts off, you can cross out he gets. Unfortunately, he's a minute back. Bachi then, 10 seconds lead from Old Fiction. Ace Killer not been able to put those softs to good use yet. The NSX just keeping him firmly behind at the moment. And I think Old Fiction just saw how quick it was in the hands of Hans Lander in race 3 and just thought, you know what, I'll have some of that. Here he is, fending off a drive from Ace Killer on a quicker set of tyres. Battle for fourth continues as well. Mattes holding off Private Pello. Very, very similar in terms of speed. These two exactly the same amount of fuel on board. Oh no, a little bit more on board for Pello. Maybe using a tiny bit less, sat behind Mattes. So Bondo got some company now. Singularis pretty close to him. Bondo's softs are absolutely blown out. Look, he's got a little bit of front end damage as well. I can imagine it's the tyres that have caused that. And we've got Singularis behind on a lovely set of softs. Should make short work of Bondo. Those broken softs just managing to hold him in the carousel there, surprisingly. Here comes Singularis though, chasing him down. At 1.3. Oh, mistake there from Bondo. The tyres have let go through that corner. Covered in grass and dirt now as well. Slow out of that turn. Simple as that, look. Just can't carry the speed around these corners like Singularis can. Bondo is going to be left in the dust in a minute. A couple more of these turns, just won't be able to carry the speed. Look how much smaller he's getting on screen. He's able to get the throttle down so much earlier, Singularis. Under no threat of lighting up the rears. That's that job done. Singularis then through to 6th. So Bachi lost a little bit of time to those two drivers, but he is just about to hit the Dottinger straight. No penalties for him to lose, and it's just a stamp all the way down this long back straight then to take race 4 win. That's a couple in the bag for him tonight for Bachi. Old Fiction still fending off an Ace Killer, but I don't know for how much longer. Ace Killer pulls out now. Side by side with the Japanese manufacturer. Not quite carrying the speed, not enough to get past Old Fiction just yet. Let's just jump to Bachi coming across the line. And this final turn for him then. There it is, another win in the bag for Bachi. Old Fiction, oh, Ace Killer, whoa. Old Fiction is going to come home and take second. Ace Killer, filling our cameras up with some sideways action at the end of that one, will come home and take third. Managed to gather it up before these boys came along and upset the party. Fourth then for Mattes and fifth for Private Pello. Not able to get past him on that back straight either. Sigularis taking sixth. Bondo, oh, all four tyres pretty much red raw. He's just spun it round halfway through Antonius Beach. But he does hold on to seventh though, even with all four tyres screaming out in absolute agony. Daniel Siebold as well, his tyres look alright, but he's screaming out in agony because they decided to let go very early on. And they opted for the hards, which was a random option. Doreen then, it's been a mixed bag for him. Come home in ninth. Did start at the front of this race, but he ends up ninth nonetheless. Data Punk comes home in 10th, not too far behind him, 6.2 seconds. And unfortunately, we wait again for this man, Whitty. Again, he's sticking it out though. He's learning this track week in, week out. Again, you don't learn it if you don't drive it, so no, there's no point. Crashed it into the first corner. Right, restart. Crashed it into the second corner. Right, restart. Look, look. I told you not to watch the stream, Whitty. I know you're watching it. I know you're watching it. It's causing you to crash because I'm talking about you. Look, he's put a hazard on to say, no, look. There we go. We don't even get to see him see a race, finish a race tonight. But he does stick it out. That's the thing. There it is. Bachi again on the top spot. He's unstoppable. Once he's out front, he is unstoppable. Although saying that, Hans Lander was pretty quick in that NSX. That was a pretty good race as well when he managed to get out front. Congrats to the podium of purple. How fast is that? That's what purple is. But yes, there you go. That is another night of Ring Cup. It seems to go pretty quick tonight. That doesn't mean I'm doing another race. All right, it's not happening. But yeah, that did seem to go pretty quick. No, I don't want to re-enter my credentials for OneDrive. Sod off. But yeah, another night of Ring Calf action for you guys. 4 great races as well. You know, there was a little bit of action, there was a little bit of crashing, mostly due to drivers just getting it wrong on some of the turns, not incidents and accidents. And there you go. So that is going to be it for me tonight. I am back tomorrow night for the next round of the P1's RS5, Audi RS5 DTM League. So that's tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Then we're back same time, same place next week. 8 o'clock Saturdays for Ringcaf, 9 o'clock Sundays for P1 leagues. That's pretty much what we've got. Outside of that, people, I hope you have liked what you've watched. If you have, click the... Hold on, let me have a look at the stream. Click the... Hold on, where's my finger pointing? There we go. Like. And the subscribe even further over. Over there. Alright, click those buttons. But yeah, outside of that, I hope you like what you watched. Like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Most of all, you know what I want, people. Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.